Usually, how much sleep do you get before a long ride?
I don't know, 4 hours.
Same. So excited.
That's so true though, because sometimes, like, especially when it's a new
A new route, no? A new
Diba?
place. Oh, or like,
Like, I
new
want to
people.
sleep.
new people.
Like, I want to sleep, but I'm just so like what's gonna happen?
Parang
So
2 a.m. nag-aayos ka pa ng kit mo. Ganyan.
Oo, diba? Ano pa mga kailangan ko dito? Sa mga message sa group na parang, anong oras tayo mamaya?
welcome to the Cycling Matters podcast, your weekly dose of discussions about our love for bike.
Bike?
Sorry.
This podcast is brought to you in cooperation with Ciclo. Hello, I'm Karen.
I'm King.
And I'm Jan.
Yes, so guys, this is actually our last episode
Oh, man.
What?
for the season. Oh yeah, the Karen season. Joke lang. I'm just so amused. I'm saying it's the season and I'm a season. Okay, but don't worry, we're not leaving forever because we love you guys, and I hope you love us too. So we'll be back next year with a new season. Not a new Karen.
A new existential with a new me.
No, a new season of the Cycling Matters podcast. So as an apt way to cap off the year and, my gosh, the decade, guys, let's talk about our New Year's resolutions for cycling. So each of us will be giving 5 New Year's resolution in relation to cycling. So it could be skills you want to improve on, habits you want to develop, places you want to visit, kilometers, new bike equipment, accessories, bikes, or for other things like the advocacy itself, but even just personal. It's really up to us. So we're gonna start with King.
Yes.
All right.
Before we start, it's for our listeners also. Like, if you wanna share your New Year's resolution, we wanna hear about it.
Yes.
So you can just comment it, and then kwento niyo lang.
We'd love to hear you talk about it.
Yeah. And sige, umpisa na natin. So 5, no? Sinulat ko yung sa akin dito. So first ko, sipagan mag-bike commute.
Alright.
So it's not just the regular or the amount of commutes per week, but more like sipagan, like okay, medyo umuulan. Parang hindi na pwede tamarin. Alam mo yun? Ulan
Rain
lang
or shine.
yan. Rain or shine. Ay, medyo ma-traffic. Ay, ganyan. Wala na. Dapat lang ganong mindset. Kapag masipag ka mag-bike commute ka. Ganyan.
Yes.
So yun,
Amen.
change of mindset for me. Number 2, wash my bike more regularly. So, kasama na dito. Sorry. Kasama na
I
dito
think we're all
yung...
guilty.
Yeah, no?
Umiyak na yung bike ko.
Oo nga.
Sorry.
Hugasan mo na ako, please.
Sorry.
Yan. So, pati maglaba ng sariling kit. Tsaka maglaba ng sapatos. Alam mo yun. So, yun. Maging mas malinis sa paglilinis ng bike tsaka sa cycling kit. Number 3, sleep and wake up early for rides. Especially for longer rides, para ang nilagay ko dito like around at least 6 hours for rides.
Mhm.
For longer rides,
Yeah,
like 7 hours. May
Nice.
ganyan.
Usually, how much sleep do you get before a long ride?
I don't know, 4 hours.
Same. So excited.
That's so true though, because sometimes, like, especially when it's a new
A new
destination.
route, no? A new
Diba?
place. Oh, or like,
Like, I
new
want to
people.
sleep.
new people.
Like, I want to sleep, but I'm just so like what's gonna happen?
Parang
So
2 a.m. nag-aayos ka pa ng kit mo. Ganyan.
Oo, diba? Ano pa mga kailangan ko dito? Ganyan. Sa mga message sa group na parang, anong oras tayo mamaya? Nakikita mo yung mga online pa. Ayan. So, yun. Sleep earlier and wake up earlier for rides. Also for safety. Diba? Tapos number 4, finish one Strava cycling distance challenge.
Hirap.
Never pa ako nakatapos. Usually, yung Gran Fondo, tsaka yung climbing, kasi ang daming bundok sa Pilipinas. So, pero yung distance na na-travel. For example, for this December, yung challenge ay 1,250 kilometers. So, it's so difficult for me to finish it. But yeah, so gusto ko na matapos siya next
That's
year.
around 42 kilometers per day.
Oh my God.
But you can do it.
But
But they're
bawi ako
longer.
sa weekend.
Yeah, they're
Oo.
longer rides. So, pwede naman.
Feel ko kaya siya kung 200 per weekend. Tapos,
Oo.
400 sprinkled throughout the weekdays.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
Nagsisisi na ako agad.
But do it.
Yun, so 4. So yung 5, yung last ko, ride outside Luzon.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Nice.
kasi lagi akong dito lang ako sa Luzon. So sana madala ko yung bike sa somewhere like sa Iloilo or sa Cebu
Yeah.
or sa Davao, yung mga ganun.
Sama kami.
Tara, or Roro tayo. yung ganun.
Roro!
So, yun yung sa akin. 5.
Alright. Exciting.
Go with Jan this
Cycling distance.
time.
For me, my first cycling New Year's resolution is number 1, to commute by bike at least thrice a week. Alright. Yun din, rain or shine.
Yun na siya.
Oo.
No
I take
excuses.
your challenge,
At
King.
first, I thought, commute to buy a bike.
Commute to buy a...
Oh, why not?
Well, that also is part of it. Commit
Oh
to
my-
buy a bike.
Commit to buy a bike.
I heard
Commute
it
by
wrong.
bike.
Commute ka sa bike shop, balik ko, iba na yung bike mo. Wow.
Usually kasi parang yung work ko twice a week eh. So ngayon gawin ko thrice na. Minsan pag Saturday, yung Saturday class ko as a teacher, nag-tempo ako magmotor or maggrabe. Pero in the past month, ginawa ko siya, na-enjoy ko siya. Tuloy ko na siya next year.
Nice one.
Number 2, get more bike commuting gear like dry fit shirts and shorts for regular commuting. This is gusto ko to gawin para mawalan ako ng excuse na wala na akong
Right.
nice clothes for biking. Of course, di naman pwede mag-bike in my teaching clothes or in my client meeting clothes. So talagang important na marami akong naka-ready na shirts and shorts for dry fit. My third resolution is to save up for a cargo bike. Yeah. Doon ko pwede gawin yung sinabi mo sa number 1 na commute to buying a bike.
Okay.
So, di ba? If
Actually,
I bike to the machine shop that will make my cargo bike, pwede ko ilagay sa cargo bike yung bike na ginamit ko papunta doon. But yeah, I really want to get a cargo bike kasi sobrang hassle lang maghanap pa ng parking pag go to the laundromat or mag-grocery. Parang mas simple at mas masaya ako, magbabike na lang ako. Ayan. Number 4, teach biking or bike commuting at least one friend for each quarter of the year. So, every 3 months, at least one person dapat maturuan ko. Which I think nagawa ko naman siya this year.
That's so nice. This year?
Pero hindi siya, marami ako naturuan
In one session?
in one quarter parang ganun.
Mm-hmm.
Or 2 quarters. Pero the past 6 months wala masyado. So parang at least dito try ko siyang i-even out na 1 quarter, 1 person. Right. Yeah, so yung mga friends ko na gusto manduto, just message me.
Yeah, and also like bike commuting kapag may
and bike commuting din. Kung marunong ka na mag-bike tas gusto mo mag-commute, let's do it.
Yeah, that's nice.
Let's do it.
All right. And then my last New Year's resolution which I will try to do with the best of my abilities. Number 5 is to stay classy and avoid road rage even as a cyclist.
Stay classy.
Ay, hirap
Stay
yan.
classy. Ang hirap. Madalas kasi pag mayroong gumit-git sa akin,
Paano?
ano ba? Bike!
Bye.
Ayan, stay classy. So, yeah.
Like, I just thought, maybe I should change one of my resolutions to be more aggressive.
Be more aggressive. Kasi ka naman, bike!
Okay, to be fair, sorry, just a side comment. Like, I'm always made fun of by my fellow teammates because of how I say bike. And I think it's because it's in front of them. But I also realize, when I also hear other cyclists say bike, mainhin pala ako. But I always think I'm so loud. But I don't know. I think it's just my personality. Like,
Yeah.
Like, only when I'm really threatened that I really shout. And that's very rarely.
Alright.
Sorry, that is just a side comment.
For me naman, baliktad din nga. So, mahilig ako sumigaw. And sometimes I even, how do I say this without getting cancelled? I would tap na lang. I would tap cars pag ganun. Pag kunwari, parang nasa sidewalk ka na, nasa pedestrian lane ka na, tapos ayaw pa huminto. Like, hampasin ko ng konti yung car. Pero ngayon, I've been trying in the past few weeks na kagana na lang mag-signal na lang ako ng parang
Talaga?
Pag nag-honk sa akin, I'm gonna look back and I'm gonna say,
okay yan eh.
gano'n na lang. Or I point at the huge space to my left where they could pass without having to honk wildly at me. Yan. Those are my 5 New Year's resolutions.
Nice.
And Karen,
how about you?
So for me, so one of my early Christmas gifts to myself, was a bike, an indoor trainer. It's funny because Brian, one of our partners, he for the entire year, he bugged me because initially, like, I was borrowing a trainer of a friend, and because we work in the same place. The friend is John.
it's
I don't know
so yeah, we had an indoor bike trainer at the office. And then since di niya ginagamit, kinuha ko.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't know why I said
Pero may
friend.
nahanap siya na bike indoor trainer for sale, and she bought one for herself.
Okay.
Yeah, because the thing with me is that, like, if I don't know how to set it up, I won't use it. so I never tried to because it wasn't really mine. I was so afraid to figure out how to use it because I have this fear of breaking things, especially if they're not mine. So, and I have a pretty bad track record with mechanical stuff. So I never used it. And Brian kept bugging me, like, oh, maybe it's time to train with your indoor trainer, or like, you could get stronger if you ride, if you use an indoor trainer.
Right.
So finally, I got one. Funny because that day, I was sleep deprived, and I really told myself, no big decisions today, no financial decisions. And then a few hours later, I bought the trainer.
Good.
But it's an investment. It's an investment.
Good job.
Yes,
So-
definitely.
And in relation to that, with the indoor trainer, I want to become stronger because I think I'm known in the team as being very sickly. Like, I really, like, it's not for my lack of availability, it's because I'm sick, like, that I don't join rides. And I think it's very important for me to build my stamina, endurance again, and be stronger. So hopefully being able to ride an indoor trainer in a controlled environment and not be exposed to pollution, the elements.
Yeah.
So, and
Just
being able
focusing
to,
on your gains.
Yes.
like, I can ride hard, and if like it's too much, okay, I can stop, and I won't have to worry about the road.
What? Ride or die?
Oops.
I'm kidding.
No. Oh no.
Anyway, that's
Okay.
number 1. Okay.
Yeah, so that's number 1. Number 2 is something I've always been needing to get. It's always been in my financials list, but I never get to do it because I'm also lazy to go to the bike shop and buy it. Is to get the bike rack, because I commute a lot from QC to Makati and back and forth. And sometimes what I do is, just so I don't spend on laundry, I have my clothes washed in my parents' house. But it's hard for me to bring clothes on, like, a huge amount of clothes on my bike, like in my backpack or
Sa likod.
yeah. So it would be nice to get a bike rack. And I've always postponed it, but
Rear rack, you mean, no? Yung sa likod
Like,
ng-
yes,
like a basket, ganun?
no, not a
Or-
basket. More of like a rear.
like panniers, ganun.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Just something where I can put other things
Right,
that I don't have to
Right.
carry on my back.
Yeah.
There. So that's number 2. Not the number 2. Sorry. I just
Okay, number 3.
Okay, number 3.
Okay, so number 3 is to do a century ride. I have not
Yes.
done
Yes.
a century ride yet. Well, to be fair, I only started seriously cycling in 2018, and I really take it at my own pace. But this year is the year that
Of
I will
Odax.
do.
Ay, joke.
Of what?
I was thinking of putting it, but I don't really want to commit.
Okay. So, century ride muna. Yeah, one step
Century
at a time.
ride.
Yeah,
Wait, century ride like 100 kilometers or like
100 miles.
kilometers.
Okay.
Klaro
Like,
lang, klaro.
it's part. I have this document called a bike it list. Like, it's like
Bike it?
It's like a
wow.
bucket list, but bike it. So places I want to go, and number of kilometers I want to reach. So doing a century ride is one of them.
Nice.
So stay tuned. And 4th is my resolution to learn how to climb out of the saddle.
Nice.
I really didn't want to put this at first because I also didn't want to commit to this, but I think it's something I should learn with, especially with steeper climbs. And I feel like I probably know how to do it. It's just that sometimes I'm afraid of trying because I feel like I won't do it properly. But the thing, you can do things properly if you actually try.
Yun.
So I gotta try. So I think even though I didn't want to put this is me committing that I will learn how to climb out of the saddle.
And we will hold you to it.
Because I can stand, but then it's more of like for the humps.
Climbing,
but it's really climbing,
Oh.
which I think I feel insecure because of my weight and
Okay.
I mean being a bit on the chubby side. But I can do it.
You can do it.
So
Do it.
finally, number 5 is, this is also something I'm embarrassed about, that I will finally commit to learn how to change an inner tube by myself and do basic roadside repairs by myself. Like, I said this earlier that I'm really bad with mechanical stuff, and I think it's also that telling myself that, I'm not good with mechanical things, so I won't do it na lang. But, I keep telling myself, I really wrote it in my 2019 goals, learn how to do basic bike maintenance.
Right.
And I did. That's something I didn't accomplish, but I will but I will do this next year. Because I mean, nakakahiya, like, if I'm able to do 100 kilometers, but I still can't change my inner tube.
And also, you might need to
yeah,
change.
exactly.
Oh, yan na, commuter ka.
Yeah, I think I'm just really lucky that, like, I don't get flats.
Oh.
As in, well, like, shout out to Four Season, like my bike. Like, the bike.
Continental Four Season
yes,
tires.
the tires. Sorry.
Akala ko yung kapatid
Ikaw
mo.
yun?
That funny thing, that's one of his handles online.
Oh.
Anyway, so yeah, that's it. It's very embarrassing because it's such a basic skill for cycling, but I have to hold myself accountable. I have to know how to do these things for myself because I'm generally a pretty independent person, but when it comes to mechanical stuff, I already give up. So I gotta try.
Nice.
You can do it.
So
All right.
yeah.
Very
I think that's it.
exciting. An end of the decade and the start of a new one. And a new season
A new season.
of Cycling Matters.
yes, but
Podcast pala.
A new season.
Messed up.
but don't forget, we'd also like to hear what your
Yes.
New Year's resolutions are. So when we
Put them
post,
in the comment section.
yes,
When you're posting and sharing our
Yeah.
Or-
I mean, if you
episode.
wanna like do a video recording of you, why not?
Yeah, and tag
Gonna
us.
watch it.
yes. So, if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to the Cycling Matters podcast on Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Podcasts. Our episodes are the next best thing to riding your bike on a Monday. Just search Cycling Matters on your favorite podcast platform. Put your earphones on and enjoy the discussion. You can catch more of Cycling Matters on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, or on our website at cyclingmatters.ph. So thanks so much for tuning in for this entire season, and we'll catch you on the next season of the Cycling Matters podcast. Until then, ride safe, Philippines, and Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
Bye!
Goodbye. See you again.